Eddie Hearn and DAZN flooded the market and overpaid fighters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, same thing. PBC did, paying these guys just extraordinary amounts to fight, not the top guys. So it's only normal that a fighter's gonna say, "I made X to fight this guy who was no problem. Now you want me to fight a serious fight, and you want to pay me the same, or
Pay me
like
less.
right now in the pandemic, you want to pay me less." The fighters are only going by the market, and the manager works for the fighter. The manager is supposed to exercise and get the most money he can get for these kids. So it's kind of like it's the market that's fucked up. It's not the kid saying I deserve this. He's saying he deserves that because he knows what everybody else is getting paid. You follow me? So in boxing, it's a popularity concept, meaning the most popular guy gets the most seats, right? Gets the most asses in the seat. That's who gets paid the most. That's why it's not a sport in a professional level. We sitting here we want the best fighter to get paid the most. That ain't how it works. Sweepy Whitaker's probably the best fighter. He's top five all time pound for pound. And if he didn't have a dance partner, nobody was coming watch his play. That's just the nature of the fucking beast. Now that's one of my heroes. That's one of my favorite fighters. But it's the nature of the market. Now you have it's almost like inflation, man. It's inflation. The dollar ain't worth what it was.
Right.
But you want to get mad at the fighter for saying, yeah, but you paid Willie Lump $3 million to fight nobody, and you want to pay me $750,000 to fight this dangerous fight. Fuck that. Pay me more. What I'm saying is, I'm not on the side of the fighters extorting money neither, but it's guys in the market fucked it up. Eddie Hearn handing out all these dollars because he had the billionaire behind him. Now you know overpaid everybody. Look at Canelo. Now they talking about what's the French kid, the Canadian kid. I know him, bro. Shit, they talking about Canelo Mike Lemieux, right?
Oh,
So still fighting?
Huh?
Oh,
Still fighting?
Yeah. So look, people are saying, all right, that's what they say. But here's the thing, though. They signed Canelo for fucking, what was it? $380 million for 10 fights, something like that. And now you can't even put it in a venue that's gonna sell out because we know Canelo could put 60,000 in the fucking Alamo Dome. That's a lot of money we need in order to pay this dude and everybody else. But now with the corona, you can't do a venue. Who the fuck we supposed to pay? He's already raping us because we got to fulfill the contract. I damn sure can't go pay Big Charlo, the exorbitant amount of money that it's gonna take to get him in the ring with Canelo because there is no fucking money there to do it. People gotta understand the business, man, and they don't. They don't understand this business of boxing, man. But for purists, like I would call us three, even though managed business is to be management too, right? So he's got to understand both sides of the coin. But from a purist standpoint, all three of us want to see the best fight. We just want to see the best fight the best. But guess what? The best fight and the best might don't provide the money to pay the best. You see what I'm saying? So you got to find that even. You got to find that even keel to keep people satisfied. And you can't overpay motherfuckers out the gate because then they expect it. Then you get people sitting here saying, man, I'm not going to fight for this dude. My promoter ain't shit, this, that, and other. He may not be shit, but it may not be because he can't come up with the money. You asking too much money. I shouldn't have overpaid you at the beginning. That's just what it is, bro, because the money's either there or it's not there. So do I think De La Hoya is responding maturely? If that's what he's doing, man, I didn't see that. So if he's trying to shit on his own fighters because they being hard to deal with, well, that's gonna backfire too. Because
absolutely gonna backfire. Absolutely.
Take Troy with all his accomplishments at the amateur level, right? Let's just say he didn't get his deal. He didn't sign with Jay and Top Rank and them, right? And let's just say he said, I'm going pro 9. Give me the offer. Well, somebody throw a package on his table from Golden Boy. Troy may be like, man, fuck them. They shit on their own fighters when shit go bad. Fuck it. So you can't do that, man.
Right. Right. You're not going to attract future stars like that when you know when they see that you can't handle those relationships.
But we do know Ryan Garcia, who was a internet manufactured fighter, right? For the most part. We do know he went to social media, complained, and De La Hoya gave him and Manny. You remember? Last year I said they fucked up. You shouldn't have did that. And if people like that,
when he wanted that fight against who was it?
I don't know, but Garcia was complaining about not getting paid, and he went public. He tweeted and Instagram and shit, and De La Hoya pulled out the checkbook and wrote him a check to make him happy for the next fight. And I told Manny, I said he's fucking up. Not that Garcia shouldn't use his voice to get more money, but the promoter can't bow down because why? And look, the very next fight, he's complaining about money again. You got to break out the checkbook or cut the loss and get rid of them and build some other fights. You can't never have your eggs in one basket from the promoter side of this thing, man, because you're going to fuck yourself. The same way the fighter. Hey, Troy, in case you don't know, sir, I'm sure you know, but I'm going to reiterate. You're only good as the last fight. You go get your ass whooped, the whole show's changed now. You got fighters to make $1 million purse, right? So let's say he made it to 15-0 and quick, but let's just say 15, he gets his $1 million purse. Guess what? He gets knocked out in that. That next fight, he's back down to 20 grand because you didn't play. It didn't work out, so now you got to rebuild. Now, doesn't mean he can't rebuild, because maybe he just got clipped. Shit happens, right? It's a fight. But people need to understand boxing how it works. It's almost like you know how they say the wealth line in America is you either poor or you're wealthy. There's really no in between. They try to say middle class, but middle class is working check to check. Well, it's the same thing in boxing. The top, the elitist, Canelo, and all them people. The difference between them and say Ryan Garcia, who's popular, is night and fucking day. It's a long difference between $300 million and $1 million. By the time Sam touches that $1 million and your manager and everybody touches, you get $375 grand. Canelo, by the time he fulfills his contract, he's upwards of $100 million. In boxing, it's just like that. That's why these guys, these pro fighters that do make it, right? I'm talking about the greats, the Riddick Bowles, the Holyfield, the Tyson. They make that kind of money and then they go broke because they don't know how to deal with that kind of money. What the fuck do I know? I took all my money and now I go buy everything I want to buy because I'll make it next fight. Well, next fight you get knocked the fuck out. Now you're not worth your work. You should have put the money up, man. It's such a fucking business, man, that coaches, athletes, we're too busy trying to beat the next guy and develop. It's so hard to be it's so competitive to be a top fighter, right? To stay on your note. There's no league. There's no season. You right now, you got your injury, so this corona shit happened perfect so you could nurture your injury and get it health and shit. But even then, you still got to be in that shadow box and staying sharp, playing, plotting, and strategizing your next move. You and your coach got to be, okay, when this shit pops off, and Jay brings us this guy and says, all right, this guy. All right, what we need to do for this guy. All that shit's so important while the other guys are working on the money, right? And so it's hard to tell a young kid who's doing all that work, don't worry about the money. I got you. Here you go. Here's 20 grand. Here's 50 grand. Here's 30. And then you in the industry, so you at the gym, and another guy who's on the same level as you, fight wise, but ain't nearly the fighter you are, right? He comes to 30, 20. Man, they paid me 50 to fight this guy. You know what I'm saying? And then you like, oh, wait a minute, am I getting fucked? Am I not getting fucked? This shit is so intricate, man, and that's why, Troy, I be posting about fucking fans. People say, Coach, you hate fans? No, I love the fans. We need the fans, but they don't know shit, bro. They don't understand this shit, man. This shit is so much bigger than just a team, right? This ain't the Saints and the fucking Redskins, bro, where they both gonna play 16 games, right? We can see we need a quarterback or a running back or a wide receiver, and that shit got intricate shit with it. And this boxing shit, man, is you against the whole fucking planet, bro. Mm-hmm. And if you're in a good situation, it's you and your trainer, especially for you who was developed by one guy, kill your guy. I imagine that's a bind that's tight as alligator ass, bro. It's you and him against the fucking world, man. And you can't get caught slipping because one fight, one off step, you gotta redo it. You gotta redo this shit. Look at my man Tony Harris. I'm a big fan, right? He got to a certain level, and he lost to Willie Nelson. Everybody like, what? His Willie Nelson fell off there, so he had to build back up. He builds back up. He gets in there with Charlo. He beats Charlo. He gets in there with Charlie. He wins, becomes a world champion. Everybody, damn, he made it.
He fought Swift for the belt before Charlo. The Swift, that's how Swift got a belt. The Swift.
He was beating Swift, and then Swift came back. Right. You're right. So that's a three-peat. So this dude made it, and he make it on the third time he got it. And in the very next fight, defended it once lost. So it's hard, but that dude had his dad in the corner, right? Rest in peace, Brother Ali. His dad died of fucking corona, I believe. Yeah. I don't want to misstep, but I think that's what happened. But that's some seesaw shit, bro. That dude went from, and I'm sure he was a top amateur. I'm sure he did great shit as an amateur. He went to getting shots, didn't make it. Flying back up, getting the shot, didn't make it. Flying back up, getting the shot, winning. And on the first defense, he clipped.
He fought a good fight, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a Harrison fan. So, this shit is crazy, bro. And then when you talk about money, should this person make? Man, the true answer is a fighter should make whatever the fuck he can get, because most people get one go at this shit, right? At the elite level. So it's your management, your coach, and y'all need to squeeze every fucking dial out of these people. That's what you need to do. Because you want. Wait.
I was gonna say, Canelo signed that. It was an 11 fight deal, and it was for $365 million. This whole Corona deal is fucking everyone, right? We're getting local shows canceled. The bigger shows, the bigger promotions are having issues, putting on shows because you can't put on. I mean, you can't let people in attendance. So that's affecting even the fighters' money. Because like right now, Canelo, right, he's scheduled to come back September 14th, and Gomez from Golden Boy, the president, already said that Canelo's going to take a pay cut on this next fight because they're not going to be no, like you said earlier, they're not going to be no people in the stands, and finding an opponent from is going to be challenging because motherfuckers ain't going to want to fight Canelo for a low sum of money. So they're talking about,
let alone win the. So if it ain't the right money, they definitely don't want to fight. Right. Yeah. And you sitting here as a promotion shop saying, we owe this dude all this fucking money, but he owes us all these fights.
Right.
So we agreed on we can't do. We can't do right now. Because of this, it's an act of God. It's something is out of our hands. So what do we do? And the truth is, if that particular fighter and his promoters on bad terms, how the fuck y'all think y'all gonna ever work that shit out? It's some crazy shit right now, bro. And in the perfect world, there should be some fucking super middleweight or middleweight out there who's just looking for his shot that would say, man, put me in the ring with that motherfucker. I don't